Happy solstice to all of you, my friends. Northern hemisphere, we're moving into winter. Southern hemisphere, we're moving into summer. So it is a great time of endings and beginnings. Spring, we plant things and things start to grow, but summer is a big time of huge growth. That's where most of the growth happens. And then, moving from autumn into winter, autumn, things start to fall, things start to get ready to harvest, and then winter is the ending and the pausing period to kind of look over what has grown, what we've experienced, and gratitude for all of that fruit that we had that came in that fall time frame. So we can both, whether you're on the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, we can all glean from the energies of both the summer and winter solstice energy. So we'll be diving into, we're going to do it by element in each of these four videos. But within each of the four videos, like we're going to do by elements. So like air signs, we will have Libra and Gemini and Aquarius, of course. Each one of the signs will get a special oracle. But we're going to we'll pull a huge kind of compass reading on the different four areas of our life and the overall energies for the month. Not the month, but the months, because it's from December 21st-ish to around March 20th-ish until we hit the equinox. So we're also going to have an empowering question. We'll have a clarification card here, and then also a message from our guardian angels. So we'll have all of that for all three signs for that element, and then each one will get a separate oracle, and then we'll use the everyday tarot to get into any clarification that were needed here. We're going to use this beautiful deck, the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms, and this is what it looks like if you're interested in having that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I really like it. So we're going to try that. And the oracle here are the Medicine Woman Oracle. All right. So let's get into it. We'll jump into your sign, and you can use this for your sun sign, your moon sign, or whatever planet. If you're zeroing in, the intentions are that it covers the energy of that zodiac sign. So wherever that falls within your birth chart, you can use this energy to see, how am I going to have that emotional experience or mental experience or whatever it is, whatever planet that you're looking into. So use it for as many as you'd like. Watch all four if you want to get an overall energy for this next 3 months. So let's jump into it. All right, air signs. This is your solstice reading. Of course, this is all the energy of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And what we'll start off with the compass here. What I do, separate the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. These represent four different areas of our lives, which I'll get into as we approach those. But we'll start with the general energy for the 3-month period for all air signs. So here we go. So Creator Spirit for our air signs, all our beautiful air signs. What would you like them to know? What's the theme of these 3 months coming up? All right, it's this one right here. And you got the Empress energy coming in here. So creativity, new birth, being true to you, nurturing yourself with that Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy that comes in with the Empress. I like that. It's free of a lot of rules, which is very Aquarian. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. We are in it, and there is this, in the major arcana, what comes after her is the Emperor and the Hierophant, which is the Emperor's like rules around civilization, and then the Hierophant, it can be like rules and restrictions around spirituality, trying to organize, trying to keep people, cordial by having rules and laws. But the Empress more is like running naked through the forest. She's not about the rules at all. She's about the rules of the heart, not the rules of the mind and of man and human. The Empress rules over all the queens. All the queens get a element of cups with them. So it's, that's 4 cups, and then the Queen of Cups is a 5th cup. So the Empress brings in a lot of emotional energy. 5 cups, 1 earth, 1 air, 1 fire. And there's even a little moon up over there. So there is really paying attention to moon cycles is really coming through for me here. Being air signs, we can compartmentalize emotions. We can put things in pockets and just realize there's going to be a lot of emotions that come here. And I feel like it's going to be an emotional journey quite a bit coming in for air signs, which is like a fish out of water, like it's like a bird in water. But maybe you're going to adapt and become one of those birds that spends time under the water and can fly up and fly, but can also dive around in water, right? Ducks, swans, of course, all of them spend time in water too. But I feel like there's this ability and growth around emotion really being aware here. And that is emotional connection is how we connect even more with spirit. So we'll see what else comes in here. But we'll dive in here. Now, the medicine wheel that I go by, we're going to start with the south, which is fire. And fire is the suit of wands. This is our spiritual energy, our passion, our excitement, our drive that comes in. So the fire element. And we'll be asking spirit just what is your energetic experience in adventure? What do they want you to know about that for these next 3 months? So for all you air signs, let's see here. Nope, they don't need those. So, all right, there it is. Showing itself here. So you got the 3 of Wands coming in. 3 of Wands is creative energy, powerful energy as well. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more so you can see the beautiful card that this is. And but it's the change of direction too. With new information being provided, it kind of takes you in a different direction than you normally think that you would go and where you would have gone. And I feel like this emotional journey, when we're doing a lot of stuff by our minds, our supposed to be's, our should be's, our need to be's, we get set in a certain way of trying to live life and, kind of do that. And there's a checklist and a spreadsheet probably involved of what we're wanting to do. But I feel like with this new emotional energy coming in, it takes your passion in a different direction. You're really connecting with your high heart very deeply in these 3 months. That's taking you in a different, like an off ramp. But you're not being forced. It's you being drawn by your own heart in a different direction. You're making the choice. We like that, right? We don't like to be told what to do. All right. And then we're going to move to the north, which is for me earth element energy. So this is the suit of pentacles or coins. Sometimes it's the only suit that has to do with the outside world. So all of these other characters on stage with us, all of the props and everything in the outside world, including our own physical bodies. So let's see what your physical adventure, what they want us to know about our, for air signs, what the physical adventure is going to be like. So for all air signs, what do you want them to be aware of? Okay, so this is your card here. And you got the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of all the 4 of the elements here. And they are this, on a quest. All knights have a quest. But they're on a quest for self-worth, the Ace of Coins. Looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And I like that. Because it is, we have our mindsets with being air signs. But then there's all this emotion coming in, showing us a whole new side of ourselves. This expansion. And it's not, we're getting rid of our minds. We're just kind of allowing our heart to have the seat at the table, which I kind of feel like there's been this, this is, it takes time for things to grow, for harvest to come. It's the slowest moving night because the outside world has seasons. The inside world, our energy, our minds, our emotions can change like that, like that, like that. But the outside world is, some places don't have 4 seasons. I've lived in some of them that have like 1.1 seasons, but there's 3 months of spring, 3 months of summer, 3 months of autumn, 3 months of winter, theoretically. And it's like allowing the timing of things to unfold, and there's a season for everything is what I feel is coming in here, and allowing the outside world to do its transformation, to observe the outside world as you're just gaining this clarity that's coming in. So I like that. And then we move to the east, which is your element of air, which is the suit of swords. And this is thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations, communication too. So we'll see, what is your mental adventure going to be looking like over these next 3 months. There's nothing to worry here. This is where you live and breathe. And so you're like, yeah, air. I know all about air. That's what I was born into and what we deal with every day, right? So what message do you have for the mental adventure for air signs, please? All right. Here's the one right here. And yeah, and here you are. King of Swords. This is you. This is you expressing yourself here and showing up the true you. So I like this. This is, like I was saying, about you're discovering a part of yourself, but you're not letting yourself deteriorate mentally and saying, well, I'm an emotional being now. Get out, all you thinking. No, this is the standing in your power, standing in your awareness. I like that. Is he doing the... Yeah, he's kind of has this as above, so below kind of energy, which usually is like this, but he's doing something different. I think he's doing that. I don't know. But there is this, what I'm feeling, what Spirit is showing me anyway, is that it is bringing in the high mind with the human mind, bringing the high heart in with the human heart. And there's this growth that comes in here. This is about communication. This is about sharing and really embracing the energy that comes with the air element quality that comes in here. So whether you're Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, brings in a different taste depending on what that relationship is to that. But it is a lot about communication and learning and growing. And I just feel like community kind of comes in with that a little bit too. But it definitely communication to an audience of, could be an audience of one-on-one. So don't freak out. Oh my God, I don't want to get in front of an audience. but it is about getting in front of others or communicating with others, what you're learning and gleaning through your journey here too. And then we go to the west, which is the final element of water. And this is, of course, emotions. So this will be what Spirit wants you to know about your emotional adventure during that. Here's all this water. So let's see what comes in here around the water. All right, this will be it here. And yeah, Queen of Cups. Wow. Yeah, so the Queen of Cups rolls over the cups with the King of Cups. But all queens are given a second portion. So she's the master of emotion. Very empathic, very able to connect. The King of Swords is the master of air because all the kings are given a second portion of swords. So it's 2 parts air, 2 parts water. So this balancing that we were talking about earlier is really prominent here. You're really opening up to your empathic abilities. So a lot of you will have had like knowledge, the knowing, channeling messages, or having things that you just know and glean and wisdom. This is emotional based messages that come through, empathic abilities that expand. So this combination is really taking you to this place. Now, we will here in a moment, we'll dive deeper. I want to find more about this Queen of Cups and how that's expanding for you. But before we do that, let's find our 3 questions here. Or not 3 questions, but 3 messages. The first is the empowering question. So what question are you able to ask yourself and ponder over these next 3 months for the solstice period? All right. This is the one right here. Yeah. What gives me great joy? And that is a great, thing to look at, because here, especially embracing the emotional side of life, this is what leads you. This is like what you're wanting to grow and head to. Whereas when we're in our head, when we're in that, air element energy, we might be trying to check off a bunch of lists of, well, this is what it means to feel satisfaction. But what brings joy? Joy is different from satisfaction. This is like from the heart. Satisfaction is like from the mind. Right? And then let's take a look here and see what, with the clarity deck here, like this is from the Girls Gone Happy. Let's see what else they want you to know here. Whoa, all right. Okay, so the ones that showed themselves here are yours, they say. So we got beauty. Sorry, on camera's good. Beauty. What can beautiful spaces and objects teach you right now? What would shift for you by spending more time around beauty? Again, activation of emotion really coming in here. Because air signs generally, it's all about, depending on your full astrology, of course. But it doesn't have us focus on the senses. It has us focus on the mind, how we're thinking. How do you think about that? Not how do you feel about that? How do you think about that? What are you thinking? This is feeling. And so all of this, surrounding yourself and looking at beauty, looking at what is pleasing to the eye, what's pleasing to the nose, what's pleasing to the ear, to the mouth, to the touch. And I feel like this 3 months is entering this world of emotion, which can, like we said, feel like a fish out of water or a bird out of the air because you're an air sign. But I like that. And then you have weight. Uh-oh. All right. And this says, what or who is feeling heavy to you now? How is this extra weight keeping you from moving forward in the ways you need and want? What could bring lightness into this space for you? So, again, it's like all of these senses getting out of your mind and into your heart seems to be a message here, right? And then let's pull a message here for the guardian angels. What does your guardian angel want you to know right now? This is the one they want. First of all, I just love this artwork. And you have believe. I'll let you see that, and then I'll read it. Let me bring it a little closer. There we go. And it says, be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas out of the head, right? There's nothing to fear. You're constantly surrounded by love. So start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Here's that connecting to that gut instinct, intuition. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided that you're flexible and retain an open heart and mind. Believe all is possible. I like that. So perfect. All right. Then here in a moment, we'll pull a special message for each of the 3 signs, the 3 air signs. So we'll do that here momentarily. But let's dive in here. Let's talk more about this intuition, about this gut instinct. What did they want you to know about that? I feel like that's where we're really having some questions. All right. No, none of those. What? Tell us about this. Queen of Cups. What's this? Leading to or from? Okay. Well, they want all of that down to there. All right. So the bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician, which is this divine masculine energy of intention. And when we put that with the Queen of Cups, that's like the Queen of Cups is kind of like the high priestess energy. And here is the magician that's the counterpart before it again, it's this joining together of divine masculine, divine feminine is such a huge thing that's unfolding here over these 3 months. It's the balancing. If you've been over divine feminine, there's going to be balancing, bringing in some divine masculine to bring in this joint balanced power. If you've been overly in the divine masculine, then it's going to be bringing in divine feminine to bring that balance. And whether we're male or female or however we identify, we all have that. But this is a time where that balance is definitely needed for ourselves and for the planet, right? So let's see what they want us to know about this, because this is interesting. Okay. Empress. So we got Empress, Empress energy. So they're saying, yes, this is what this is this new birth that's coming in here. And the Queen of Wands. Look, all this divine feminine energy. So the Queen of Wands is like the Queen of Cups in a way. The Queen of Wands is like, she very much has a strong spiritual energy ruling over the wand suit, right? But they, all the queens get a second portion of cups, like we talked about, which is the black cat. And she doesn't need a salamander like the other three royals of the wand suit, who need the salamander to protect from the heat of risk in the world. The black cat is, because she has such a strong intuition and connection, that she can just dial up the eye in the sky, our spiritual posse, and go, so left or right, or which decision, is best for me and everyone else, and what's for my highest experience, and bring me clarity, make it a no-brainer, and boom, 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 messages, 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 and it guides you. So you're really opening up to embracing your intuition in a strong way, and your, that gut instinct and connection with spirit too. Yeah, we got the Sun card coming in here, which is more fire energy. Let's see what came in here. And the King of Wands. Okay, I'm going to put them underneath each other here. So here's all this fiery energy. All of this spiritual energy is definitely coming in here. So with this combination of all this emotion, emotional energy, empathic abilities, spiritual, I feel like with this age of Aquarius energy that we have, Aquarian energy, along with the Gemini and Libra energy, is bringing higher wisdom through into the world, but it's coming through in a completely, with this 3 of Wands, I just feel like the energy is shifting, where you're just expressing it in different ways than you never thought you would before. It's magic. It's magical. It just feels like suddenly you believe in magic if you haven't ever before, where you see magic working, and magic being the expression of the eternal unconditional love essence of the creator, of the cosmic mother and the cosmic father. This balanced expression of power and nurturing all at the same time. Wow. Yeah, new beginnings. You have the Fool card coming in, which is letting go of the old, and the expression and fulfillment of it. In fact, I think, let me just check real quick here. I think the Fool card, if I'm not mistaken, is the Aquarius, isn't it? Yeah, it's air. It's emphasis on Aquarius because it's ruled by Uranus, but this is air energy. This is that Aquarius new way of doing things. The old ways no longer work for us. The new things have to be created, and that's what's happening here. This new way, emotional expression. Eek! I know. We can do it though. Yeah, and the 6 of Cups. Wow. So this is so cool too, because the 6 of Cups brings in this energy that of past life connections. And so, definitely there is this, with all this cups and spiritual energy. And we had, I think this in the first reading with the fire element, all the fire signs, because I just feel like this year alone, I feel like we had an upgrade in access to Akashic records. Like we got 1% more access to our subconscious, which is the gateway into the Akashic records, and we got extra access. I feel like this next 3 months during this solstice is the initiation of deep diving into the underworld, where we get more access even to the Akashic records, where we understand more about who we are and past life knowledge that you gleaned and emotions that you felt, recognizing these connections we have with other people too, that we didn't realize was there before. And we're like, whoa, I never realized that I had such past life connections with, my dad or mom or brother or, nieces, nephew, whoever. You're like, whoa, really? Friends, people, maybe you'll just bump into people that you haven't even known yet. But you're going to have like a lot of awareness around that as part of all this too. Wow. I love that. All right, well, let's get into the personal messages here. We're going to use the Medicine Woman Oracle. We'll have a card for each sign. So Gemini is up first, so we'll grab Gemini. And then we have Libra. Okay, we got Libra. And then I feel like this is Aquarius. All right. Let me just move those to the side here. And we will start with Gemini. So Gemini, you get the bison totem. Life is showering you with its abundance. All right. Well, we love that. So Gemini, number 13. All right. So I am the spirit of the bison. I ensure you will want for nothing. Emblem of winter, I bring you my support in tough times. Here we go. Winter solstice for some of you. The symbolism says, keeper of the northern door, the bison shows the way towards the sharing and giving of ourselves. He reminds us that this is a world of abundance and teaches us to be satisfied with what we already have. Life is generous, and the bison teaches us to appreciate our resources and use what we need respectfully. Traditionally, tribes honored this sacred animal that provided for them with its skin, its meat, its ligaments, and its bones. The bison carries the spirit of community. Together, we are stronger. His message, show respect for and gratitude towards life. In return, life will give you everything you need in abundance. The guidance, when the bison appears in a reading, it is for you to question your relationship with life. The bison invites you to become aware of the abundance around you. Everything is already here, right at your fingertips. You may be experiencing a time of shortage that worries you. By showing greater gratitude for what you already have, such as family and friends and material possessions, you'll find a new balance and the ability to honor life. And by showing generosity, you will initiate a virtuous cycle. Develop your inner riches and find your community. The medicines of the bison are solidarity and empathy. I'm not kidding. Empathy, empathic abilities, right? So contact your animal guide. Reaffirm your trust in life and its generosity to nourish a deep feeling of abundance. Try a cornucopia ritual. Call upon the bison spirit guide to reawaken your feeling of prosperity. Gather elements that symbolize your riches. Photographs of your family, your friends, and parties. Gifts you have received. Objects you love. Add fruit, vegetables, and seeds. Totem flowers of nature's generosity. Create a mandala and go into its center. Feel how life showers you with its blessings. Then ask your questions. What can you give to your community? How can you be generous? Open your arms. You're ready to give and receive. The bison is a great teacher of generosity. And then to close the ritual, say a prayer of gratitude and thank the spirit of the bison. And in your notebook, write down the messages you have received. Wow. I love that for you. How perfect. And then Libra, you have 13, the circle of life. And I give you my blessing to accomplish your quest. Wonderful. And this is one of the archetypes. So let's take a look here. Put her in a different section here. There she is. So I am the medicine woman of the circle of life. The tortoise is my totem. Symbol of Mother Earth, the tortoise created the world. Her wisdom underlines the importance of not disturbing the order of things. The divine news is that you have arrived at your destination. My presence indicates an important event. It is time to integrate the different aspects of the deep feminine. And the great sacred dream of awakening the feminine has visited your heart. That's what we're all talking about this whole time. The vision you received is revealing itself, and with it, your personal legend. I offer you my blessing and something of precious help. The medicine wheel, which contains the wise lessons of the progress you've already made and the talents to achieve your quest. The guidance she brings, you are about to finish a cycle and deep change is happening. Holding aloft the banner of love and truth, you have remained loyal to the song of your soul for this journey into healing the feminine. The medicine woman honors your courage, your humility in diving into your shadows, and your pride in revealing your light. You have discovered your own medicine. Honor this gift that has been given to you without delay. You're under my protection, daughter of Gaia. And we all are daughters of Gaia, sons of Gaia. However we relate, we all have that within us. She says, I leave you the wisdom of time immemorial as your inheritance. To awaken your medicine, connect to this archetype and practice the medicine wheel of the 12 archetypes to honor each of your qualities and insights. Open your ritual space. Place the 12 medicine women cards. I guess you can't do that because you don't have those here. But if you, I'll have to maybe, I'm sure they're available out there. If you search for this deck, the Medicine Woman Oracle, you could find them all. At least look at the pictures of them. If I remember, I'll put 12 of them and I'll add it at the end of this video for you. All right. So if you to open that ritual place the 12 medicine women cards down on the ground in a circle, and with your drum, picture yourself walking the wheel, stopping before each card, and then revisit the various aspects of your femininity. Feel the progress you've made, your unity, your power. So this is a time for celebration. Sit down in the center of the circle. Let a song rise up inside you and feel the presence of Tortoise offering you her unconditional support. Give thanks. Wow. I love that. All right. So that was for you, Libras. And then Aquarius, this is your card here. And you've got the feminine cycle. Wow. This is crazy. Because we're talking about connecting to the, emotional divine feminine. Reconnect with your cycle. You are a plural woman. And again, whether we're male or female or how we identify, we all have that within us. What's crazy is that this is the third group reading I've done. All of them have had a archetype and then 2 other cards that related to the to the reading. So it's this pattern of an archetype in each one. So if listen to all 3, whatever resonates, air signs and each of the elements, can relate and embrace all that. All right, so Aquarius says, I am the magic of your feminine cycle. I am the plural woman. A woman's nature is cyclic. Our menstrual cycle is divided into 4 phases, most often reduced to our period or fertility phases. And our cycle is, in fact, a treasure and source of wisdom to be rediscovered. Our society and lifestyles do not consider the fundamental reality of our thoughts, behavior, and abilities fluctuating over the course of each month. The good news is that we are plural beings, 4 women, 4 potentials in one. And by changing our outlook on our menstrual cycle, we can transform our entire life. Wow. So first of all, the Empress, I said, represents the 4 queens. That would be this coming in. Birthing, the cycle, the women's cycle. All of this is here. And I'm sure that means a lot more deeply for women who have cycle. But beyond that and above that, for everyone, there's also the cycles of the moon. And I feel like it is very important to be aware that every 2 to 3 days, we change signs in the moon cycle. And whatever you can do to track the moon, they have books that are available. In fact, I got one like right here. This is the one that I use to track the moon energy. There's tons of information out there for free, though, to see what sign the moon is in and seeking and finding out, what does the moon in Aquarius mean? What does the moon in Gemini, moon in Libra? The air sign. How does it relate? How do you relate to that? But every 2 to 3 days, we go from fire to earth to air to water, to fire to earth to air to water, fire, earth to air to water. And so every 28, 29 days, we go through the entire cycle of the zodiac of the moon. And each of those 3 fires are different. They have a different taste, a different tint, because one is Aries, one, of course, is Leo, and one is Sagittarius, and the next ones. So they're all different. They bring us different tastes, different filter of how we see the world. But I feel like with this divine feminine energy going, it's going to be really important to do that. One of the things I'm going to be doing in 2025 is returning back to every other week having a reading on new moon and full moon and the energies, and doing one reading. I'm not going to be doing pick-a-cards for those, but just doing one reading for them. But exciting, so that could help too. All right, guidance. Remember who you are. Step out of a linear time to embrace the roundness of your nature. Balance between divine, masculine, feminine, right? You have the feeling of going against the flow or being tired. It is time to honor the richness of your feminine cycle and listen to your inner tempo. You are like the course of the moon and the dance of the seasons. Each of the 4 phases has a specific influence on your libido and your fertility, but also your emotions and behavior. Witch, businesswoman, lover, mother. Each woman you are, in turn, carries the potential to connect you to the wider community of women. Discover that potential. And this card is also an invitation to pass wisdom down to your daughter. Awaken your gift by honoring your cycle. And honoring your cycle is a way of recognizing the magic of your feminine nature. Getting to know that cycle better enables you to discover your talents. According to the model established by life coach Miranda Gray, identify which phase you're currently in. Pre-evolution dynamic, ovolution expressive, premenstrual creative, or menstruation contemplative, and then dive into that specific energy. If you are in your moon time, your period, but if you're in your moon time, for those of you that don't have those, take time to rest and celebrate this phase by wearing red. You can give your blood back to the earth, symbol of your belonging, or you can join a red tent, a circle in which women gather during their moon times. And if you've reached menopause, connect to the course of the grandmother moon, waxing and waning phases for your projects. According to ancestral traditions, you and she are one. Wow. I'm blown away, of course. I love this energy. Really stepping into the divine feminine and balancing it. King of Swords. Aquarius energy is masculine energy, and the magician is all about the go, initiate, go. But a part of life is realizing being able to receive as well. There's this equal balance of giving and receiving that's important. If we just give, we do get exhausted, we get resentful, we fall apart, but this joining together is so important. So I love that for you. Wow, an exciting 3 months. We at least have a beautiful map to help us. Like I said, I'll be having other videos, weekly, monthly, that will help give us additional guidance as we go through, each of our moments. And if you'd like to join me live, I do also have free readings on Friday and Saturday nights, and Saturday and Sunday afternoon, mornings. All the times are in the description box of the video. I also offer personal readings and different reading kinds, relationship, past life, etc. There's a link for that down below if you're interested in going even deeper into things. And I'm so grateful to have us part of the collective as we go through these challenging 3 months of changing and altering. Feel free to share that as our community on my YouTube channel page, and any comments in this video, or if you want to email me, my email is also in the description box of the video down below. But until we chat again, remember that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Cosmic Mother and the Cosmic Father, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.